Hey, I'm back. I'm Colwen, and I really need to make up my mind if I'm going to start these transformations reviews from their robot mode or their vehicle mode. So, I'm going to decide right now. If it's packaged in robot mode, I'll start the video with them in robot mode. If they're packaged in vehicle mode, I'll start them in vehicle mode unless I have some other BS reason. It's my videos. I can do what I want with them. And speaking of videos, we're here with another Transformer review. We have Transformers Titan Returns, Skullsmasher. You smash the skulls, you don't get your skull smashed, okay? Stand up straight. And Kroc. It was Skullsmasher that came out first. Kroc came out later on as one of the repaints. And, this is a great example of how a repaint, just a straight change of colors, can just drastically change a figure, because we go from something that's kind of neon, because he's got the off-color purple burgundy stuff going on, but go from a relatively normal looking, normal colored alligator to this big old neon green monstrosity here, and you can't help but want to get both because just how drastically they look different. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Kroc off to the side here, because the original mold person is Skullsmasher right here. And for a Titan, this is one of the first Titan Returns to come out in 2016, and he was great for the time, and he's still a great figure. Size comparisons. Let's get those out of the way. Yeah, these guys, they have loose knees, so they're constantly leaning and slipping backwards. I'm gonna have to get some nail polish on them. There's Film Noir Spider-Man. We got the soda can. And I got my car robots here. Articulation is going to be the same on both of them. Really, the only difference other than the paint job is the head sculpt. This one's got kind of a more techno cobra look going on, and he's just got a straight up robot face going on. You know, the differences in the faces are nice. Come on. Articulation-wise, he's got this weird up and down hinge in his shoulder that's useful for posing, but that's really more for transformation. He's got a ball joint buried up inside there, which gives him a fairly good range of movement. Yeah, it's kind of restricted by the shape of the shoulder, but it's alright. Above the elbow swivel, an actual elbow. Instead of a wrist joint, they gave us a behind the elbow swivel, but that really is intended more for transformation, so you can get the gator foot properly positioned. He's got a nice waist joint. He's got ball jointed hips above at the hip swivel. A huge, excessive, look at how big that knee bend is right there. He could really take a knee. Other than the Target Master, his accessories, yeah, he had some parts that would do that occasionally. Comes with this big old tail club thing that's got these molded in barrels, and then that's a handle up there, and you can peg here. Here's his regular gun. So it's a nicely molded gun. It's got kind of a targeting sensor on top, and you plug that in there. And the running thing with a lot of these figures was they had the weapons that would combined. And here we have Skull Cruncher in his little headmaster mode. And you just or not. There we go. Just wedge him in there. Now he's got this neat little boat he can go bopping around in, while the rest of his mode can transform. This guy does have kind of a base mode also, but since the base modes with the Titan Returns Deluxes is very subjective, it's really one of those things you gotta kind of figure out on your own, you know what I mean? So have fun fiddling around with him and just stick him upside down with his legs in the air. Base mode. Transformation now. Let's stick his hands back inside of his forearms. We're going to flip down the alligator claws, and like you could use those as melee weapons in his robot mode, which is kind of cool. He's got these little molded in hydraulics going on there. You take the head, and like the head is back there, just standard backpack, very clean wise, you know. Bring the head up over like that. Then bring the shoulders in. Now there's a tab on the back of the shoulder. Can you see that? This little tab here is going to go into this slot right here. And this is really more for just guiding things into place, because it doesn't really clip in yet. It just sits there. Okay, but it sits there in a way that it holds it in place. Then these tabs right here are going to go into these slots right here on the top of the shoulders. And even he's got siege ports. He could plug stuff into his shoulders. Oh, okay. Those pegs. Oh, no, yeah, there they go. I'm doing something wrong here. There we go. Okay, so those holes on the back of his shoulders, on the side of his shoulders, these holes right here peg into those tabs to get it all put together. Then we're going to orientate his gator feet. Yeah, take a nap. Then go ahead and come back here to the back area. And what's cool is you got flip in the toes. Is when he's in robot mode, these little square blocks here fit into these little notches to keep the gator legs out of the way. So we're going to flip all that over. There's some tabs on the inside of the legs that are going to peg together. And like, you don't even got to move the gator legs out of where they are. You can just leave them kind of tucked away back there. And there we have him in his gator mode minus his tail. Let me go ahead and peg the tail on. And give me a moment. Alright, so we've got Kroc and Skullsmasher both in their gator modes. We can take a quick look at Kroc's face. Again, he's got that cool techno cobra thing going on. And you transform them around, and yeah, other than paint job, they're pretty much the same. But what's cool about the gator mode is that we've got these little pegs on the feet, and you can actually peg them right on there to ride the feet. And of course, we can open up the back. Now, what's funny is that on the original Skull Cruncher back in the day, it was actually the head where they put the cockpit, and the whole alligator head was stuck in one place. But now we've got this posable, bullet-jointed head, and I'm just gonna jam Pilot right inside the main torso of the gator. And we'll put Kroc off to the side for right now. And take a close look at Skull Cruncher. He's got a nice ball-jointed neck. He's got a huge opening maw with like some nice detailed molded in there. Got a rubber tongue and a rubber teeth. He's got a swivel there. He's got an elbow. He's got another swivel. The back legs are ball-jointed, but like you're not going to do a whole lot with them. And yeah, you can still turn the tail around so you can get kind of in motion swimming poses. Rawr. Tail adds in very nicely. Now it's just friction pegged on there with a little peg on the back, so like the tail will fall off occasionally. Be aware of that. And like side by side, you can see still how changing out the different colors really makes this guy pop. And like the neon, the translucent neon, and like this right here is a rubber, but like again, it's not. Translucent rubber is nice. It doesn't hold the shape as well, but like it's not gonna break, and it's just gonna be there. You know, it's alright. It's good stuff. Oh, even on the inside, there's some molded in control panels and stuff for the Titan Master figure to mess around with. Stick him down in there. Let me get the size comparisons. Yeah, actually, this gator could fit in really well in an action figure display, throwing down with somebody. That'd be, yeah, that'd be about right. Turn your head for one moment. You got figures falling all over the place, right? Stand you up, please. And I'm going to reorientate. You can see. Now that, if we're going to compare this car to that size of a gator, that would be terrifying. That'd be like, what, a 40-foot long gator? If you guys can track these guys down, these are like 8-year-old figures now. They're both really good. What's funny, though, is that since this one came out later in the release, he's actually harder to find. He's going to run you about 40 bucks plus open and out of the box. You might still be able to get him for about 20 bucks loose. Both great figures. I would really recommend getting both of them because, like, who doesn't like more alligators? It's techno-robotic alligator. Green and mauve and purple and black and green. It's like, dude. Come on. Alright. Wow. This was way shorter than I was expecting. I just slammed it right out there, right? Okay. So this has been Colwen talking about Transformers, Titan Returns, Skullsmasher, and Kroc with a K. Both good figures. If you want the cheaper option, you're going to want to go with the Skullsmasher. But, like, how can you pass up neon green and purple and black? And yes, I did get him when he first originally came out, so he was normal price, not the puffed up eBay price. It's Colwen. Thank you guys for watching.